Welcome to my new show, Ed Finn Travels. In this series, I'll discover some of Europe's best kept secrets, from the Basque country in Spain to Normandy in France, from Franconia in Germany to places closer to home in Limerick, Wexford and Northern Ireland, before finishing my journey in the Garden State of New Jersey, USA. So join me on Ed Finn Travels. This week I'm in beautiful northern Spain. I'm going to be travelling to the gourmet capital San Sebastian, enjoying some fine wines in Rioja Alavesa, visiting the medieval town of La Guardia, before finally finishing up in Bilbao and the famous Guggenheim Museum. Brittany Ferries operates the only Spanish route in Ireland sailing from Rosslare to Bilbao. Inspired by the region of Salamanca, you feel like you're in Spain once you arrive on board. There are over 200 artworks on the ship, and it can take over 1,000 passengers with 343 cabins and 22 pet cabins on board. The Salamanca even has its own whale and dolphin ocean conservationist, Tiago Santos Figuera. I started my journey with a little onboard orientation tour. Tapas, art, it's great.
See,
it's
lots
like
of things
all
to
the
do.
best things of Spain on one little ship.
Exactly.
I love
yeah.
it. Amazing, isn't it great that people can bring their dogs on board? You carried like 75,000 pets last year.
Exactly.
Wow, so well behaved. I mean, you must be picking well behaved dogs because they're all, you don't even hear them. The dogs are behaving better than the passengers. I was very honoured to be invited to the bridge to meet Captain Alexis Fleury. Captain Fleury, it's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to have you on board.
It's as a travel journalist, it's exciting for me. It's my first time sailing from Ireland to Spain. It's lovely walking around here and you see dogs with their owners and beautiful relaxed atmosphere. So it's kind of like a mini cruise for me. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, that is the experience we want to give to all passengers, and we want them to start their holidays as soon as they embark the ship in Ireland. And we are very pleased to offer these new routes from Ireland to Spain. If you travel by plane, you will have not your car on the arrival. Also, you can't bring all what you want with you during your travel. Here, that is the experience we want to offer to all passengers. You come to the harbour, you embark on the ship, and you start your holidays. With your children, there is orca, for example, to look for the mammifer in the sea. There is entertainment on board, a restaurant, bar, but you can start your holidays as soon as you are on board. Also, you can win maybe time.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely.
It takes more time, but it depends on what you do of your time.
Yeah, but what is it you say? It's not the destination, it's the journey, is that?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
They remind the ferry as a very good part of their holidays.
Yeah, of course, it starts. It reminds me of my school tour as a kid, you know?
Try to do the same with the plane, it's impossible.
Yeah, no,
do you remember the plane? Oh, yeah, no, it was boring.
Yeah, strap in, yeah.
With the Salamanca, which is one of the latest vessels of the company. This vessel is really interesting because it is LNG powered. Also, there is less emission of CO2, less emission of NOx and SOx. We are cleaner at sea, and the next step is to be very clean when we will be in the harbour. Also, for all the tourism, it's better for our passengers, but also better for all the country.
Brilliant. So, great. Am I going to be able to drive the ship?
Yeah, if you want.
Fantastic. You're a brave man. After a very smooth 29-hour crossing on board the Salamanca, I head straight to the famous cider town of Astegara, a village known as the home of cider, and to the cider house A La Ranilla for a hearty lunch. This is part of the Basque cider route. Right, so there should be enough in this, I'd say. Small little drop. Oh, look at that, not a drop spilt. Wow. This is the local cider. Oh yeah, you go first. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Hasta aquí.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Irish. I like a big glass.
Hasta ahí. Hasta ahí.
Okay.
Ahí, mira.
Okay.
Venga, venga,
Okay. Once more. You go. Yeah. Okay.
Tienes que golpear ahí.
See?
Ahí.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Cheers. Sláinte. Okay, great. I got it. Super. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Just a stone's throw from the cider house, and after a delicious lunch, I headed off to the cider museum to meet Lara, who was going to show me how traditional cider was made in this area.
But we have this traditional stick that we call the kishki.
Kishki.
Yes. Then usually, in the traditional way, the farmers shake the branches, the apples fall down,
Yeah.
and the farmers pick the apples in this way. Yes.
Oh, that's very clever.
Yes. Want to try it?
Yeah, I'll give a go at the kishki
Yes,
there now.
there is the kishki.
Yeah, let me see now. Jeez, I'll be back in September for a job.
Yes, if you want.
Brilliant.
It's possible.
Now,
eh?
how's that? What do you think?
Yes.
Good?
Very well.
Great.
Bueno, if you want, in
You could say I nailed it.
nail, well, this nail dish.
This.
Okay, nail dish, okay. And nowadays, every cider we make with a machine, no?
The machine, yeah.
Yes, we have our laboratories, we have our experts, but I want to show you a little
The
bit.
original way.
Yes, try the primitive press.
yeah.
Okay, talla, garrayo de la.
I might enter
Perfect.
this for the Irish Eurovision next year.
Ah,
And
okay.
because we didn't do so well this year, you know. You never know. That's great. God, that's very. It doesn't look great now.
Yeah.
I'll grab my chichi here now and the basket.
Chichi, no.
No?
Kishki.
Kishki. Ah,
No, chichi is another
kishki.
thing.
Is that another thing? What was that? That was a bad word, was it?
Yes.
Okay, we don't have to say. Chichi. Kishki. Sorry, I don't know what the chichi is, but you can tell me that later. After tasting some delicious ciders at the Cider Museum with Lara, we decided to head off for San Sebastian. Famous for two things, food and films, and my guide Amaya was going to show me around this exciting town.
Kaixo, Ed, ongi etorri.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
that's-
I've always wanted to come to San Sebastian, Amaya, and this is dream come true. Of course, the one thing I've been really dying to try is the famous pinchos, right? Did I
Pinchos,
say
yeah,
it
of
right?
course. Yeah, you say it very well,
And for
pinchos.
people that may not know, it's tapas with bread. Am I right? Or am I?
Well, tapas, we think for us is a different concept. I mean,
Yes.
for people coming from other countries, we can say it's kind of similar thing.
Yes.
A pincho is an appetizer. It's not
Okay.
that we eat pinchos all the time.
Okay,
It's like
very
before
good.
lunch, before dinner, we go for a drink, we have a pincho, socialize, you know?
Yes,
We
of
move
course,
from bar
yeah.
to bar.
Wonderful.
So it's also the fun of it, not only the food. It's a different experience. These would be two examples of very traditional pinchos. Pinchos in San Sebastian started decades ago, like in the 1940s. So,
And then this.
and then this is the local white wine. We call it chacoli. It's something we drank since centuries ago. They grow the vine.
Cheers.
The
How do you
vines.
say cheers here?
Osasuna, which means like
Sláinte.
salud.
Are we
bit of
going to
mayonnaise.
share this now?
You want to eat it all.
All for me?
Yes.
Jeez. I know, come on.
Because
you
I have
to a bit.
pinchos here every day.
San Sebastian, of course, is known for its incredible food scene, and my tour with the Maya was the perfect way to experience it. Tasting my way around the old town, visiting different family-run pinchos bars, chatting to people from all over the world, and all this paired perfectly with that lovely, locally produced Chacoli wine. Leaving San Sebastian, I headed for the lovely region of Rioja Alavesa for a guided tour of the Alutis Winery, a traditional family winery located in the very pretty village of Samaniego.
Hi Ed, welcome to Alutis. We're a family winery here in Samaniego in the Rioja Alavesa. We're now in the oldest part of our winery, which dates from the 17th century.
Dan Lynch, really lovely Spanish name. I love it. Yeah. You were telling me you're here 8 years?
Yes, I've been here for 8 years, working at this winery for 6 or so.
You came for 6 months.
I came for 6 months and fell in love with the region. I can't leave.
You're so lucky. That's what Spain does to you, I guess.
Yeah, we're really lucky here. We live in such a beautiful part of the world.
So this is very interesting. Of course, Rioja, famous for wines.
Lots of the wines that we make are the really traditional wines from this region, and we're starting to see more and more innovation here in terms of different aging processes and different aged wines. Also white wines, which historically weren't that common, but are increasingly becoming part of the Rioja spectrum of wines that we offer. This is a young Rioja white. For contrast, we'll give you our most traditional wine, a young red carbonic maceration, Maceración Carbónica. It's a traditional Rioja Alavés winemaking style.
Cogitate, rumitate, macerate. Maceration.
The maceration is because the fermentation takes place with all the organic material in the deposit.
Well, that is like a vineyard in a glass, isn't it? So you would eat this, Dan, with like when you're having meat or
again, this is a morning drink.
fish
No,
even.
this is
Oh,
also
really?
an aperitivo. So this is again for pre-lunch. We're here early in the morning, so these are pre-lunch drinks.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying no. What else would you be doing at 11 o'clock on a Friday morning, huh? Rambling through the vineyards with the
the good
nice
life.
glass of Rioja, Dan. It's happy days for me. This is the life. Wow.
This is it.
My God, look at that. That is stunning. I can see why you stayed, Dan.
It's great.
You don't have to explain anything else. I might be cancelling my ferry ticket back myself.
If you like, there's more wine where this came from. So
Cheers.
cheers.
Today I'm in La Guardia, which is considered to be the capital of Rioja Alavesa. This medieval layout has almost remained intact since it was built. Founded in the 10th century as a defence town for the Kingdom of Navarra, this beautiful walled town overlooks the local vineyards with the rolling Cantabrian mountains in the background. It is without doubt one of the most attractive towns that I've seen in Spain. Now I'm off to Carlos San Pedro for a visit of the underground cellar. So who was the people here in the 14th century? Who were you hiding from?
It was the Kingdom of Navarra
Yes.
against the Kingdom of Castilla.
Okay.
So they were two kingdoms
Yes, they
before.
were separate kingdoms then,
yeah,
of course.
yeah. They were before Spain was a kingdom.
Yes, of course. Oh, well.
Okay, don't worry, you will have good luck again when you go back.
I know.
And now I'm going to climb up this ladder. Mm-hmm. And I will take some wine from the tank. That is the first wine that we are going to taste today, okay?
Okay.
We taste from tank because from bottle we can taste everywhere. From tank only at a winery. So
Wow.
you can open the lids
Okay.
and the right one is full, the left one is empty. That's empty, you can hear the echo.
Wow. Feels like it feels like you're in the 14th century when you're here. Jeepers. The San Pedro family has been making artisanal wines in La Guardia for more than 500 years, and the wine tour that I did with 3 tastings lasts about 35 minutes. Now I'm expecting good things from this one now.
Yes, with no experience, what you might feel is this one is much smoother than the previous one because it has been in bottle for around 3 years. It is 2016, so it has been enough time in bottle to be into its best drinking. So it's much softer and smoother. The other one is a bit dry.
As we say in Ireland, now you're sucking diesel.
Yeah. Well, Ireland is our second biggest market. First is Spain.
Carlos, Ireland is your second biggest market.
Yes, we have a small distribution there. We are a small producer, but we have a small business helping us on the market in Ireland.
So Irish people have a good palate for wine then?
Yes, I guess.
There we go. It's not just Guinness.
Yes, not only beer
Good stuff.
or whiskey.
Yeah.
They do as well
Very
taste wine.
good.
Yes.
Good The to Church of know. Santa Maria de los Reyes dates to the end of the 12th century. The polychrome portico is the sanctuary's most outstanding characteristic, and it was polychromed in the 17th century with details showing human forms.
So welcome to Añana Salt Valley.
Lovely to be here, Amaya. Beautiful sunny morning here.
You are now in the oldest salt pond in the world, because
Wow.
here salt was produced 7,000 years ago in the prehistory.
7,000, older than the pyramids.
Yes.
Wow.
We are talking about the Neolithic and the Metal Era.
Yeah, Neolithic, yes.
In that period of time, they started here producing salt. But
Of course, salt being a huge commodity in those days, wasn't it?
Yes, that is. But if you look to the structures we have here, the origin of them is from the Roman time. 2,000
Yes.
years ago, Romans started here also producing salt.
Okay, very good. It has a certain look of Roman about it down there, doesn't it?
Yes.
So the waters, how does it work then? You bring the salt water here from the ocean, is it, or how does it work?
The salt water comes from springs.
Ah,
We have
okay.
here 4 springs, and they are located in the highest levels of the valley. And we take all the water from the channels you can see from here.
You put it out into the sun, and then of course the water evaporates.
In process, as the Romans did here 2,000 years ago.
Wow.
We have also a spa to finish the tours there, and we can enjoy putting our feet and our hands in salt water. And it's
Wonderful.
very good for the skin, for bones, also for muscles, for everything.
So basically that's really therapeutic. So after the tour, you can immerse yourself in the salt as well.
It has a lot of
Yeah, 'cause-
benefits.
Yeah, because salt is great for preserving things, Amaya. So maybe if I try that, I'll stay young for a long time,
Maybe
huh?
5 years, yes.
Brilliant. From one of the oldest places in Spain, the Añana Salt Valley, I headed to one of the most modern places in Spain, the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao. And of course, I was going to try some more delicious pinchos. Well, my question today is, how did the Guggenheim come to Bilbao?
Bilbao, yeah, that's always the question when you arrive here. Yeah, it was 1991 when the Guggenheim Foundation, they were looking for a new venue, we can say, all around Europe, because they needed more space for all these works of art they had in New York, yeah? So the moment we heard about this idea, we went to New York. Imagine, the people there were like, Bilbao? Where is Bilbao? Yeah?
Yes.
I told you before, 350,000 inhabitants, nothing compared to Madrid or Barcelona. But as you can see,
Here it is.
yes. And normally when people visit us, I always recommend them to take the elevator to the 3rd floor, which is the highest one. And from here you have the general idea of the work of art, that the building itself is the work of art. And later on you just go downstairs or take the elevator down through the different temporary exhibitions.
For me here, the building itself,
Yes,
this
it is.
building itself is the work
Definitely,
of art.
yes.
It's a living work
Yes,
of art.
yes, that's
And the Joan Miros and the wonderful paintings and the exhibitions are all a bonus, really.
Yeah, the moment you see here the building, it's easy to understand that this was the dream of an architect, but the nightmare of an engineer. Yeah, I mean, it's really easy here, these are my ideas, but later on you have to build them, yeah? And that's the reason why they use CATIA.
I like it though, I must say. It's
I
kind
like
of-
it
I like
because
it too.
of the reaction of the people, because
yeah.
the very first moment you see it, you said this is your favorite one,
Yeah.
it's just a black thing, yeah? But the moment you get the explanation,
Yeah.
and this is the good thing
Well,
with
I can
modern
see
art.
there's Madrid there. Look, Barcelona up there. I can, yeah, absolutely.
Madrid
yeah.
is
A
still
Coruña,
dark.
Malaga. Ah, yeah. I can see it all. Yeah.
No, but I think this is the good thing with the
Basque country is
Of
looking
course.
very nice.
Easy to identify, yeah?
There's definitely people here somewhere.
But this is the point here. A lot of people visit the Guggenheim Museum because it's something you have to
Yes.
do the moment you come to Bilbao.
Yes.
And you see that a lot of people, they are even not interested
Yeah, yeah.
into modern art, yeah? So that's the reason why I really like showing you this one, because you see, this moment you start understanding, yeah, that there's a reason behind the work of art and things like that. So,
Fabulous. Yes, indeed. There's one thing I was amazed about, Maru, is the value for money here. For €3 you have a glass of wine and a pincho, and I was like, you know, slightly more expensive, Maru, than we would pay at home, right?
Well,
so it's just a joy for us, actually.
And the good thing is that with only 4 pinchos, sorry, you have already eaten.
Yes.
Sometimes people say it's not enough with only 3 of them. Just try it later on. You will tell me. Yeah,
no, for sure. Yeah, it's a lovely way. It's a lovely convivial way to eat as well. You know, sort of tasting all the different things.
And the thing
I really
is that
like it.
Here you find a lot of people sitting down here. But the moment we continue through the old town, you will see that there is no way to have these big terraces.
Yes.
So the idea is standing. Normally, eating the pinchos is by standing and continue to the next bar. It is always important, and you eat them with your hands.
Yes, of course.
And
it
this
starts
is important.
with the hands.
This is the moment you realize the difference between a local and a tourist, yeah? Because they don't know how to handle with it. I need something to eat. No, just your hands.
Of course.
And actually here is the first time I can tell you Ongi Etorri Bilbora. Welcome to Bilbao. So when the Villa of Bilbao was founded, there were only 3 streets. Okay, these 3 ones. But 100 years later, as the population was getting bigger, they needed to add 4 more streets. Yeah? Still nowadays, the old town is known as the Casco Viejo, which is just the translation for old town, or 7 streets, las 7 calles.
Great.
For example, this one here is called like Hilda. I don't know if you know the film by Rita Hayworth.
Yes, this is called after.
It was called after her.
So is that Rita Hayworth, is it?
That she was no, but the thing is that she
the
was
resemblance is striking, actually. Yeah, it's definitely her.
But she was supposed to be a little bit fresh and spicy.
Yes,
and this is the idea of the Hilda.
Yeah, beautiful, with like anchovies, olives,
and the so-called
chili
piparrac.
peppers.
Yeah.
Nice. So, and you tuck into your white tuna, and I'm going to nibble on Rita Hayworth here. Bon appetit.
Onerin. Onerin. That's it. Thank you.
As I merrily packed my car with no worries about luggage limits or weight restrictions, I headed back on board the Salamanca. I felt that I was still in Spain. I really enjoyed my few days munching and sipping my way through that one big open-air restaurant that is the Basque country of Spain. Until next time, happy travels.